I have recently come off of a 2-day fast. Who in the Western world does that? You know? In the days of like food delivery, you know? All these home delivery of food apps, you know? Grocery stores will deliver you food. You can get fast food delivered to your house, takeout, pre-assembled meals, all at the click of a button. Who in the hell goes on a fast? Except for them fucking wacko religious weirdo types. You know the type, right? Whether it be organized, cult, underground, whatever. Them fucking mental patients, they be going on fasts, boy. But aside from that, who really goes on a fast in the 21st century? My black ass. My goodness. It all began, I guess, Wednesday morning, this past Wednesday morning. I got up and I was supposed to go for a jog. I said, fuck it. Stayed in bed, watched YouTube, and just ate. Ate like a dinosaur. Ate like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. You know? Remember in Jurassic Park? Them fucking little fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex running around eating every little fucking thing that came up. You know? I went T-Rex on a fucking bag of McCain's French fries. Baked up a tray of McCain French fries. Went fucking T-Rex on it. You know? I was eating peanuts. I was eating dilly bars. I think they call them dilly bars. What are those fucking things called from, like, you know, like ice cream sandwiches? You know, I went T-Rex on a fucking box of ice cream sandwiches. I ate like fucking 7 of them. Bloated, gut sticking out, ass popping out. I was like looking at my ass. I'm like, I'm starting to get that fucking dad bod. Like, I'm a physical guy. I work physical work. I work out, you know, for my performing endeavors. Keep a physique. But, you know, I ain't, what's the word? Invincible to the ravages of time when I stuff myself silly with fucking ice cream sandwiches and the like. Gut was just popping out. Feeling like a dog's breakfast. I said, yo, I gotta get this ship back on course or I'm gonna fucking sink like the Titanic. My fat ass, right? So I was like, yo, I'm fasting. Because, like, you know, I intermittent fast as a way of, it's just a good health measure. Like, from what I've looked about health, one general guidepost for a long lived life. A little alliteration there, folks. A little alliteration. One of the recipes for a long lived life is intermittent fasting, dialing it back on the foods we eat, not cramming yourself silly with steaks and potatoes and fucking dilly bars and ice cream sandwiches and the like. Take it easy. You know, like them Japanese do, boy. Like them Japanese diets, them Mediterranean type diets and Greek types, olive oil and olives and shit, vegetables and fish. Them types of diets seem to really promote longevity. But when you're just cramming yourself with a lot of meats and high carb foods and starchy foods and packaged foods and just, you know what I mean? It's like that simple wisdom. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. And trust me, in this day and age, you want to keep the fuck away from a doctor. Sticking the thumbs up your ass every time you turn 50 because of your prostate exam. Give me a break, you know? You know, get away from me, you fucking mental patient. Just leave my asshole alone. So anyway, you know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Simple wisdom, right? So like I said, I was feeling like a dog's breakfast. Stuffed silly with dilly bars and chocolate sandwiches, ice cream sandwiches, and McCain frozen French fries, and oddly enough, you know, peanuts. I mean, peanuts are very healthy, unless you're a fucking daycare child. Peanuts are pretty healthy. You know how kids are always choking to death on peanuts and dying from allergies? Anyway, peanuts apparently are a very good, healthy food, you know, high in protein, but they're also very high in calories. And I kind of knew something was up with me because my volume of peanut intake is pretty high. I can go through like a 1 kilogram bag of peanuts, 1 kg of peanuts. I can knock that out in a night because I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat like, like chicken, beef, I guess that's a pig, and bovine cows and chickens and shit. I don't eat chicken, pig, pork, cow, moose, none of that. So a lot of time where I get my protein is in nuts. So I can chomp through a bag of fucking 1 kilogram bag of peanuts in a night, boy. Wake up the next morning. I was out on the roof last night, boy. What the fuck? I ate a fucking kilogram of peanuts. What the hell's wrong with me, right? So that's what I was awakening to on the morning of Wednesday, past Wednesday. I need to do something about this. I got to get this ship back on course. So I proceeded to do a 2-day fast. Telling you, boy, who does that in the 21st century? As I aforementioned. Not so bad. Felt good. Cleansed the body. Wasn't as challenging as I thought. It was kind of like the last stretch of it. Like, when you're a kid and you're waiting for Christmas, you can give a fuck about December, right? But it's really that fucking Christmas Eve that really gets on your tits, right? You can go the whole month and you're not even thinking about it. Then come that Christmas Eve when you're putting out milk and cookies for Santa. It's just like, oh boy, sugar plums and fairies dancing in my head. You can't fucking sleep, right? You just try to fucking fall asleep as an 8-year-old child on Christmas Eve. It's fucking impossible, right? So it's them last few hours, the last crunch. That's a real bitch, right? Same thing with a fast. So the first day, no big deal. And into the second day, no big deal. I got up, I went for a jog, I worked out, did my ting. And yet, come the last 3 hours, the last 3 hours of the fast, they were tough. Because I was like, I came this far. It's basically 3 hours. It's basically 2 days. Might as well just get something to eat now. I'm feeling a little faded. Kind of faded, but I'm feeling all right. Think about making my move tonight. Can't pretend that you're only my friend when I'm holding your body tight. I like the way you're making me move. I like the way you're making me wait. At the end of the night, when I come home to you, girl. Oh, you know you want it. And whatever, that song? Who those fuck... I forget what they're called. Soul Decision, I think. Kind of faded, but I'm feeling all right. I was feeling a little faded come the last 3 hours of the fast. I'm like, I should just break it. I should just, take a nap. I don't know what the fuck, man. I was ready to eat a steak, boy. As I told you, I'm a pescatarian. I haven't eaten meat in over 5 years. And I'm like, man, I might just get myself a fucking porterhouse steak, or whatever the fuck they call it, T-bone steak. I'm fucking dying over here, right? The anticipation of it all. But I suffered through. And feels good. And I guess I'd like to extend that story out there to anyone who's interested in, fasting. Do it healthily. Do it wisely. If you feel like you're in good health and, it's important to keep hydrated though. I drank water like a mother. So, I had a lot of water on hand. I drank coffee. So I just kept myself hydrated. And, it's something that, I don't know, for safety's sake, if you're considering it and you're not so sure and maybe you have health problems or whatever, you can consult your doctor. But, as long as you do it controlled, because as I mentioned, I was stuffed full with French fries and ice cream sandwiches at the beginning of my fast. So I had kind of a stockpile of shit in my stomach, you know what I mean? I had a reserve in my bowels to kind of get me through to begin with, And intermittent fasting in general, like waiting, 12 hours, 8 hours between meals, It's a good way to keep healthy. And that seems to be one hallmark, at least, of a long life. Good diet and a reasonable intake of food. Because a lot of people, like myself too, as I aforementioned, at times tend to overeat, and I guess the body track just it's a bit rough and cause all sorts of problems when you overindulge. So, a little food for thought. No pun intended, Fasting. My 2-day fast. It was fascinating.